The majority of the gorilla orphans that have come to us and have been in our care have been growlers gorillas, the subspecies of eastern gorilla that live exclusively in the Congo. And bushmeat is still a problem in the Congo. People still kill gorillas for food, but people also still kill adult gorillas to get babies, to try to sell the babies to the illegal pet trade. So really rich bad guys who want to have a gorilla in their backyard or in their private menagerie. We hear about these babies with some frequency, actually, but the lucky ones are the ones that are found out about by the wildlife authorities and then are confiscated by the wildlife authorities, generally in Congo. And then Mountain Gorilla Veterinary Project, or the gorilla doctors, we provide the veterinary care for those babies until they can move to a permanent housing situation. And right now, in Congo, for the eastern lowland gorillas or growers gorillas, Grace is the place where these babies go, so that they can be incorporated into a larger group of already captive gorillas, and then learn to be gorillas in a semi-free ranging situation at Grace. Now, there are 5 mountain gorillas in human care, and that's much more rare. 2 of those mountain gorillas were orphaned back in 2007 when the mountain gorillas were murdered over in Congo near Rumangabo. And then the other 2, Maisha and Kaboko, were orphaned quite some years ago. They're both, I think they're 8 and 10 now. And they were orphaned also, illegally taken into human care. They were confiscated in Rwanda and have been living at Senkwekwe Center in Rumangabo. And then everybody knows, I think now, very, very recently, this new baby, who's about 1.5 years old, Ihirwe, was confiscated on the Rwanda border. These babies typically have been very stressed, are typically sick or injured, and so they need immediate veterinary care. So frequently, Mountain Gorilla Veterinary Project, the gorilla doctors are the first individuals to see these babies. The ideal goal for everybody would be reintroduction to the wild, but that's really, really complicated. And they can't ever be reintroduced, none of them, until they have the behavioral skills. And also they just have to have a cohesive group. The other considerations are that they have to have a secure place that they could be reintroduced as a group. And by secure, I mean literally, secure from bad guys. And the growers gorilla territories remain relatively insecure right now. But the last consideration, and one of the more important ones, are disease considerations. And these babies have been in human care since they were tiny, and they have been, nose to nose with people, and have probably been exposed to many diseases, some of which we can't even test for. And we wouldn't want to introduce a disease into the wild mountain gorilla population. So I think we have to know a little bit more about what diseases the orphan gorillas have been exposed to before we can even consider introducing them to the wild.